concerned about. So what can I do? I can You're there over where the water is, you don't have to take your shoes off just at this moment. So you're defending a bit, using around and stuff, there's sharp bars.
So sometimes they're up to 7.
Does it feel to you like one room, as its name suggests, one room tower?
It feels like one room, but it's a really hugely beautiful, high and uplifting. It has that feeling that good architecture should have. It makes you feel good when you're in the space.
Yes.
That's what I think it does.
Could you?
I don't know, it's just like special. I always walk around West End. I live in Highgate Hill.
Okay.
And I know, I studied architecture and I'm genuinely interested in stuff like this. That's why I'm here. I don't know. As a lover,
I chose one room tower. I live in the area. I think it's really a bit of a standout in terms of trying something new and these kinds of places that should be denser and offer a different way of thinking about density and how we use our backyards. And yeah.
Did you notice something that I've been struck with when I got here was exactly what we've been talking about quite a lot, which is the twist of the tower on the site and how it's created all of these little spaces and the little bathroom mirror downstairs. When you open it, you get this glimpse back to the garden, and so it feels very grounded for a tower. Yeah. And you kind of get to experience all of these different ground planes, the natural ground plane, which is sunken, and then the ground plane of the street. And then when you're up here and you're on exactly the line of the gutters of all of the houses around, and you can see this totally new environment, which is all of the tin roofs kind of going up and down, and all of the bizarre little extensions that have happened to all these buildings over time. And this is just another example of a way that you can extend a Queenslander, which is fantastic to see.
I think taking the care to design a space that's so flexible and can be used however you need it. If guests come, or if the kids want to play, or you want to have a dinner party or something like that, I think it's really intelligent the way that's been done here. I think that's what's really sparked my imagination, I think. And it's not a simple design, but I like how it's sort of raw, I guess, and a bit industrial, which again I think adds to that flexibility, because it's just like it's a big space. Come in, use it, adapt it.
I think this is a fantastic use of a backyard.
And the view, picking up all the little hip roofs, is echoed by all the little hips here, like it's just as if it's another little hip roof that you're surrounded by. It's very private. And a lot of these neighbours have kept trees. So everyone's looking over everybody else. They aren't. It's all like leafy here and there and another little hip. It's really quite lovely.
Like Adolf Loos' conception of the house, that isn't architecture, it's very quiet on the exterior, that the house sits like an Adolf Loos house in West End as a Brisbane Open plan. And even more so like the houses of Adolf Loos, when you go and when you come inside, that the spatial complexity and the way that the spaces step and fold and reveal themselves through the house, that it's very, very much like the Adolf Loos Open plan.
I guess it's it's almost like this beautiful garden shed. You know, it's like this, you go down the street and nothing else is like it, but it's still quite sensitive to its place in a way. And like going down the street, you look at it and you think like, oh, it's this quite large block, but it still fits the sense of where it is in the suburb. And then because of that twist, you don't really realise it until you're in. But there's all those beautiful pockets that open up that you really don't get a sense of from the street. So yeah, I guess it was that little level of intrigue of wanting to check out how it actually was pulled off.
Yeah. So when you looked at it all,